Chelsea are playing Brighton and Hove Albion, God willing, tomorrow. And something very monumental just came up in Enzo Maresca pre-match press conference now. And they are very, 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 very telling. In fact, they very emphatic, very monumental. And they just at the beginning, and I want you to listen. I want you to listen to Asema Enzo Maresca Kai and what it means in the grand scheme of things at Chelsea. What it means in the last few years. In fact, in the last 4 years. So BB says here, like, what does it mean in the context of Chelsea? To a lot of clubs, it may be normal. It may not be something that you're supposed to worry about it too much. It may not be something that really changes a lot of things. But when it comes to Enzo Maresca and then Chelsea conversation, it is very, very important. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, so subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Yes, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Make sure say in the comment section we drop your comments. Anything that you do see, whether you agree, you disagree, let us hear from you in the comment section. Of course, I say so. Make sure say turn on your notification now. You do choose all our them and let us hear from you. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We give you the best in terms of football tactical analysis everywhere that you go over here. See, before I even say a word, let's listen to Enzo Maresca.
We decide, but the important thing is that finally is back.
And Reece, still no real update.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, good performance in the week. 11 changes to your side. Nobody really did themselves any harm in terms of, making a shout, knocking on your door, saying, "I want to start this weekend."
No, at the moment. No, as I said after the last game, I think it's a good thing for me to have some doubt. That means that they are doing well, and they get the chance when we give to them. So this is something important, and as I said, is something that we need to continue to do it, because I think we create the right culture in terms of team, compete, and this is important.
I guess one of the biggest headaches, a nice headache, is deciding between Nick and Chris up front.
Yeah, it's one of them, but I think Pedro did well the other day, Misha did very well the other day, all of them, to be honest. Benoit did well, Axel again did well, Renato, Cesare for me, he played a fantastic game the other day. So yeah, it's important that when there is chance, as I said, even if 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour or from the start, they give everything. So it's important.
Check with Brighton whether they mind you fielding 22 players.
Say again, sorry.
Sorry, don't worry. I said check with Brighton whether they mind if you field 22.
Okay.
Ben Chilwell.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it. You didn't say anything but good about him after the game. He played half the match. You said that you try and give him some more minutes, some more matches. Does that include in the Premier League as well?
Yeah, in the moment that we need, for sure. Why not? I said already many times, and I will say again that in the moment that Chile is with us, he's one of the Chelsea player, and is one of our player, and if we need, we give him chance and minutes.
When you're advising him in the transfer window to leave, do you now think that was a mistake? Were you making a mistake? Could he be important to you?
We all make mistake. Probably yes, probably no. I don't know. Simply, I said many times, I'm here to take decision, and sometimes they are good decisions, sometimes are not good. But the only thing I can say that there is not any bad intention from me. It's just to see things and to try to think about the good thing and the best thing for the club.
If you win tomorrow, that'll be 4 wins on the bounce in all competitions, most of them in the Premier League, or wins in September apart from the draw. That's Manager of the Month territory.
the focus is just about the game. I think it's the most important thing. As you said, if we are able to win, it's also important to continue with that momentum. And this is the only thing that I really care. The rest.
So, what's Enzo Maresca? There's another part of our pre-match press conference now. And in the pre-match press conference, Enzo Maresca highlights how he's going to beat Brighton and Hove Albion. In fact, there seems to be a secret tactical plan of the best Brighton and Hove Albion. And remember, but before that, in the first thing a journalist will be saying Enzo Maresca was about the injury situation at Chelsea. According to Enzo Maresca, Obia fit apart from Reece James. Just Reece James when they're unfit or Chelsea Football Club as stands now. Now I'll say for Romeo Lavia, after one more training session, so he's going to see say Romeo Lavia best start here and answer about from the because the follow-up question about Enzo Maresca so say is Romeo Lavia going to start or second half or first half? How is he going to play in the game? What's the dynamics going to be like? I want to say your last training section. Your training session in the last one. Then we can now do a conclusion, do a proper analysis and know say Romeo Lavia is going to start or he's not going to start in the game against Brighton, God willing, tomorrow at Chelsea Football Club. Now, Share, in the last 4 years, and make up 4 years up, I'm talking about the latter days of Thomas Tuchel under him. Then I come down to Graham Potter. Then I come to Frank Lampard at some point in time. Before that, there was Bruno Salter. RBC last season under Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea have been bedeviled with a lot of injuries. In a season, you will not get less than 5 players at home. In fact, in that season under Thomas Tuchel, there were a lot of players that were injured consistently. You listen to Chelsea former manager Graham Potter, who essentially is talking about the fact that consistently boys need Bra under him. He mentioned Raheem Sterling. He mentioned Senna World Cup member. He mentioned Reece James. He mentioned Christian Pulisic. In fact, Christian Pulisic used to get injured a lot of the times. So for Chelsea to get to the point where one player penny injured and a new player for it is Reece James that we know. See, it is very, very monumental. In Tobeka, last season, I brought a ball league maybe. One of the things that owners when you against on bed was to make sure say they get a new medical team to make sure say the team was solid and very fit. Enzo Maresca has been clear for the very first time in about a month. Our branch friend Romeo Lavia is going to play for Chelsea. Now the good thing is that say Romeo Lavia or boy be at 10 minutes, 5 minutes against Brighton. Now next to Chelsea Combo Conference League, they play one more game. It means that Chelsea there's going to be the international break. Obenya rest between that time, not play any game, gain his confidence, encore for the Belgian national team. Then he can really prepare himself and come and play when the international break returns. And that is very, very good for our branch friend Romeo Lavia in how he's going to be in for Chelsea. Now, in our pre-match press conference, Enzo Maresca, I can say Bibri, he highlighted Nate's secret tactical plan of the best Brighton and Hove Albion. But before that, he was asked a lot of questions. Now, say before CBT Enzo Maresca pre-match press conference, there was the conversation of Brighton former manager Hezola. I will be saying about all the Chelsea players he was asked about. Say, how is he going to face Chelsea? I say, so obviously Chelsea are adding because already you need to work on the technical ability on the team because goalkeeper at Chelsea one are very good in terms of the ball playing ability for mature. Say you ain't kita ball, you ain't playing through the lines, you ain't breaking lines, you ain't to your boss, you ain't come on the ball, you ain't attractive press. Then we find a free man. I say Chelsea are too good. So what's the tactical aspect of the game and technical aspect of the game is there? One of the things that's also very important for Hezola, who is a Brighton and Hove Albion coach, and he said he also needs to win duels 1v1. And Chelsea is successful in beating their press. That's a ball man for man in wide areas. How good can the team be 1v1? How good can his team be physically? How good can his team be in defending duels? This animal is very important. Talking about the fact that Eddie so better Chelsea. Now he was asked about Nicholas Jackson. Or see, Natia Eddie for anybody who have the decent football mind, anybody who is a tactical person, will be out football to even the slightest minimum. About anything. Say only a branch for Nicholas Jackson. Every Chelsea team is simple. What's the one? Nicholas Jackson will be a ultimate passenger about combine ball be. otimi run channels no, otimi hear the hold up play, otimi ball combination play, one touch back, one drop it ball, then he drops his shoulder and then beats the press. Onim sani money in NBA. Now ade ana kana ye goal scoring na enche na mala season no. But essentially, your starting season we know when who said Nicolas Jackson goes into as a heading for you to deal with striker be say Nicolas Jackson. And me I said McCann has said several times say if you want one of the most complete center forwards, it was Nicolas Jackson. And you know this season goes last season yana me taka chemo because the boy is essentially one of the best in terms of breaking the lines, hold up play, and once he added the box threat or box thing and began to overperform the edges, no, it was next level for Brighto for Nicolas Jackson. Next level stuff from Nicolas Jackson. And Fabian Hazel and more top coaches who have coached for a long time in Germany, this sort of way, have now come to understand how good of a player Brighto for Nicolas Jackson is. Money, there is a problem. So what should be here? In all of the games that Chelsea have bought, first game at Chelsea boy or against Manchester City, and of course we to Wolverhampton Wanderers, not share. And I feel here, your Bible ball against Crystal Palace and a team of a call international break. Now in our first 3 games, about 2 home games, or back to the international break, or away to the Vitality, and about away to West Ham United, and about Barrow. In the English Premier League, there have been 3 home games and when you have 2 games at home. No, 2 at home, 3 away. The only 2 games that Chelsea share AFE. Yes, that's what I mean by there is a problem. The only we Chelsea in as a match man. Now Chelsea per consistency, or person share matches, or person starting any results consistently. Yeah, can have. Enzo Maresca is very pragmatic. He can play in the 3-box-3. Obitima about an inverted fullback. You when a base a the 3-2 first phase of ball reception, any ball progression, which when you money. Again, so on person central, you know, a lot of numbers in Obeda +1 in the first phase of ball progression because already will be ball in a very, very blocked midfielder with FIFA and it's going to make it difficult for you to play through them. Then also okay, then fine. What he is going to do is that Obebo in a diamond, he's not going to overload the first phase, but he's going to overload the different sides of the pitch into right hand side. Washa Ibo Mobe Yusu Malo goes to say a CM. Obe Yusu Bencho water in the second half against Barrow like a CM. Into the pragmatism is there. There will be one person like against Barrow, it was Cesare Casadre as the deep line playmaker at the base of the pivot. Then on top of the pivot, you had Abrante Efeno, Joao Felix Ohonam. Then on the other side, no, you had Kenan Drisby Hall, you had Abrantia, your friend Malo Gusto on the other, so that you can progress the ball, so that you can get the +1, so that you can overload, so that you can play for them. Very important. Indeed, the pragmatism of Enzo Maresca is not questionable. And I know that you make a job. And even this morning, said the players seem to have bought into the ideas of Enzo Maresca so much so that they all now accept or a top manager. They allude to the fact that he understands exactly what he wants to do. He gives them exactly what he wants them to do. He gives them the information that they need to solve problems or partners. That part is sorted. Even before we get to the secret tactical plan Enzo Maresca solved. The one thing that may be a big factor, and he said, the boys haven't won at home. It is psychological, yeah. It may affect the team. Or it may an issue psychologically. Say, oh, you make me show fear. You ain't me show fear. Are we ready to score at home? Maybe we are not good to score at home. Like that psychological bit of the game, no, a bit may affect you. It like O'Shea said, that can be the only thing that can affect the team. The psychological part of the game. How are the boys' psyche going to be good? How are they going to be in the frame of mind where they know that yes, you have about 2 games of field against Crystal Palace. You shall go against Crystal Palace with defended ball and just a last minute ditch of a goal. And I break chairs against us. Against Man City, we played very well. We dominated game largely. There was a goal from Erling Haaland, quality in the box, and then of course, I brought a friend Matthew Kovacic. Not to share. I mean, a worldie out of nothing. A shitty, but no Chelsea and Yadi. Even if the fans growing and then the Omakase will ball a lot of short passes. Because also in the first game against City, there was a report from Minya Rahman Osman no constantly. Roman Osman, a Ghanaian journalist, are consistently or Stamford Bridge. Constantly, he's in Stamford Bridge. I think he reports for London football or something. And every time, Enzo Maresca, or see one of the big things that also say, Enzo Maresca cheating the dugout, and they say Chelsea fans need a little bit impatient. Into boys neighbor shot pass, no more complaining, no much on. And San Nieman Kitchen begins to hurt them. Now, what Enzo Maresca in the pre-match press conference now? One of the things Enzo Maresca is saying is that he wants to share 3 points, first 3 points with the fans. It's your channel match is very crucial. Brighton, your top side, tactically, you can't underestimate the quality that Brighton and Hove Albion brings to you. Away from all of that, you are playing at home, a place where you've not won in a while. I mean, but psychologically can have an effect on the team. And when they like Nieman Kitian, Enzo Maresca knows fully, say he needs to sort out. So sort out that he is definitely going to get a result against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, he spoke critically about Abrantia Efeno, Marco Crea. And one of the things Enzo Maresca kind was very clear. Was it Marco Crea a player here? So when you're so 5-7 with team away, he said if you get 5 Marco Creas in your team, you are done. And I think that is essential about the work rate of Marco Crea. The fact that he doesn't necessarily complain or sulk. Consistently, the young man is working for the team. Maybe you have a ball, whether you are playing him as an inverted fullback, whether you are playing him on the wing, whether you are playing him and O'Shea the game against Bournemouth away at the Vitality, he puts him to go and play like a player, like attacking number 8, a CM, who receives on the left hand side in between the lines to deal with Antoine Semenyo. Tactically, he helps in solving a lot of problems and he's very versatile. Of course, this is the same player that Chelsea pressed almost a year ago. You kind of look at all of these things and Enzo Maresca say, no, the boy is just so important to me. You know, so only the competition between Christopher Nkunku and Nicolas Jackson, because he brings the best out of them. Also, this time he knows that they can compete with each other, they can play amongst each other, they can play well, they can get the best out of each other. And almost everybody building the two players that knows that these are two players that have a lot of quality between themselves. These are two players that know exactly what they want to do, and definitely they want to push themselves to those levels. Maresca said to them, I kind of several times. Yenya analysis, yenya the tactical analysis, the secret weapon. Enzo Maresca said, Okita, in going to use team my friend Brighton and Hove Albion. Yen this uncle. Nearer the pre-match tactical analysis of how Enzo Maresca is going to beat Tima, your friend of Brighton and Hove Albion, for Chelsea to get their first ever, yes, on the first ever home game 3 points over the Stamford Bridge, 3 p.m. It's going to be the last 3 p.m. game at Chelsea ever in 2024. The rest of the games in Yara ever call later in the day. See, if you look at Brighton and Hove Albion team now, Hazard have just picked off from what they used to do under Roberto Di Zerbi. Now, one of the first thing in his end, Joao Pedro and much in a game maybe goes with prior. There's a possibility of Evan Ferguson over a match. Now, so also my last game at Brighton and Hove Albion, a boy in the English Premier League. You can tell, say, this is a team that essentially wants to dominate play. And they want to constantly find solutions to win games. And Medical Culture said, they have not lost a single game in the English Premier League this season. Not a single game. Couple of draws and wins. The last game against Nottingham Forest, very, very dramatic up and down game. The kind of game Uncle Roberto Di Zerbi will lose, but the Hazard did not lose that game. Now, say, Oshe Brighton match up, and me Adama this week, remember, my last game against Nottingham Forest, they played with Van Heckel and Dunk as the 4 and 5, and a ball Pelvis Estupinan as a left back, and a ball Veltzman as a right back, a ball Verbruggen as the goalkeeper. And Makacho said Verbruggen is one of the best ball playing goalkeepers over English Premier League. Now, so Oshe under Roberto Di Zerbi, he always overloaded the first phase. into Adio Roberto Zebi in the build up. In the first phase, he can have as many as 5-6 players. Into 3 and a build up, but saying about 4 and a 3 I can in the first phase to try and build up. It was very, very important. Then in the second phase, he relied on the team no ball carrying ability. Now after Kiro Mitoma, Jacobo Menke, Ebe on the other side, then Ruta, Ebe as a number 10, because Ebe double pivot of Hansel Wood, and Abrante friend Carlos Baleba, then up top is going to be Danny Wobe. Now, when the team is set like that, that's what we boss out of 4-2-3-1. What happens is that now Veltman is more of the attacking fullback of the two. Pelvis is Stupinan same. Now Baleba drops between the two center backs. Then you have the wing backs, fullbacks move be very high and wide. So there is option for Verbergen to go along to them. Now this is a game where Chelsea's man-for-man press is going to be very important. So Kaya, in the game against West Ham United, Chelsea course are giving them. They didn't press too much. They sat back, caught West Ham on the break, played through the channels, hit West Ham. Now in a game against Brighton and Hove Albion, they have a lot of solutions in build-up. They won't push their fullbacks too high. Even if they do, they will drop a level in between them. So one of the things that they are going to do is that they will have a lot of men in the build-up phase. And essentially, Adeyemako and Enzo Maresca beats my to counteract that is that he needs to do a good job of the man-for-man press. He has to be very aggressive man-for-man press, especially in the build-up phase. Consistently. Send a bit of pressure to him so to win the ball and then turn it over. So it looks as if said the secret tactical plan of Enzo Maresca to beat Brighton and Hove Albion. It will feel to get the first 3 points at home for Chelsea Football Club this season in the 2024-2025 English Premier League season. And the man-for-man press, and it has to work. And that clearly tells me said one thing here, Romeo Lavia will not start the match. It's going to be Moise Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Then it's going to be an aggressive press of the fullbacks, of the wingers to start first. It's going to be a 3-top press, pressing the 3-man, then use the wingers to come and hold up on both sides. Now essentially, some longer we can try and win second balls with Abrante friend Moise Caicedo. Then the centre backs will step into another pack, which is very, very important. So the man-for-man first looks like it's the thing Enzo Maresca will use to try and get the win against your friend Brighton Hove. Now, match near 3 p.m. This is the preview of game at Chelsea and Brighton and Hove Albion. Remember, so subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. And Fiifi-Manfred, you need to share the link. Let us hear from you also. Thank you very much. See you at home.